So again, who those who have not been following, we're learning this Hagaddah, Sarah Yehudit Shneider's Hagaddah. It's a very Kabbalistic take. This is about removing Chametz, the search for Chametz. Why does it happen at night? Don't we want to search for Chametz during the day when we can actually see it? Why are we obligated to actually do this at night when it's much harder to find the Chametz? And her answer is, it has to do with everything. Everything. It has to do with the way that God created the world was he had to actually contract himself in order to create something outside of himself, right? Because at first, his light just filled every single aspect of all of everything that exists. And in order to create something physical, he had to contract himself, and that created darkness, because anything that is not godly light is concealed godly light, and that is darkness. And so this space that God created is like the womb. It's the womb in which something is birthed. And then what he did is he took one ray of his light, and that penetrated the womb space, right? The womb, the darkness is the feminine. That's where the feminine energy comes from. The light, the penetration that penetrated that dark space is the masculine energy. And so when we go around with a candle into the corners to find crumbs, these crumbs are these knots of darkness that are our ego. Now, ego is clearly darkness, because if you think that there's anything other than God's will, then that's a concealment of God. She goes on to say that from this perspective, the entire course of history is a cosmic search for Chametz, because the ray of light that illuminates all the shadowy spaces of creation and exposes the dark, there are places that the light can't penetrate. These are the crumbs of Chametz. These are the dark knots of our psyche, which instead cast a shadow. Once exposed, they can be washed away through Torah, they can be burnt away through suffering, or they can be transmuted through tshuva. And before the cosmic Pesach, i.e. the Geula, all of this needs to be done. We need to clean for Pesach before the Geula, in an ongoing way through all of history. That's what history is about. That's what the story of the world is about. And now she has a gorgeous prayer that I'm going to read. So just open your heart. Let it be that on this Pesach Eve, our outer work of cleaning and preparing should be mirrored on all levels. Let it be a kosher Pesach on the physical plane, a humble Pesach on the psychological plane, and a God-serving Pesach on the spiritual plane. Let it be the world's first truly Chametz-free Pesach, and let it draw the light of redemption down into the world now.